Hello everyone and welcome to episode 36 of Rebuilding the Bridge. I'm Jake and today we're going to be playing a Champions League group game match against Ajax. Hopefully it's going to be a good one, just like the 4-4 draw in the recent Champions League season in real life, where I think Ajax were 4-1 up and then they got 2 men sent off and it was all a big kerfuffle and then it ended up 4-4. Hopefully we can recreate some of that drama, but maybe we can get the win at least. So thank you for coming to watch the video. And we won't mess about, let's get straight into what we've been doing since the last video, where you saw us beat Arsenal, I believe was where you last saw us. Yep. Since then, we beat Man United 2-0 away, continued our good form. In our first game of the Champions League group, we beat Bayer Leverkusen 2-1, Ajax and Hudson-Odoi getting the goals there. We then beat Stoke 3-0 in the Premier League in a pretty simple win, West Ham 2-0 in the Cup, and Sheffield United 2-1 in the Premier League. So overall, we've been doing really well. Our unbeaten season continues. I know we're still only in, well, now we're in October, but we were only in September and August so far. But we've kept ourselves unbeaten in the Premier League and in all other competitions too so far. We're looking really good in terms of the league table. We're doing pretty good. We're 3 points ahead of Man City, who lost their first match to Norwich. Liverpool have already lost and drew. And the other usual top six, so Arsenal, Spurs, Man United, they're nowhere really to be seen. Where are Arsenal? Arsenal are in 15th place, of course they are. But yeah, we're doing really well. Our team's performing amazingly. Our new signings have came in and done the job brilliantly. And now in this Ajax game, it's the first real test in the Champions League group, which is a group we should really win. But it is our first away match against a decent Ajax side, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you for all your support recently on the channel. If you noticed, I used all my creative art skills that I have, which is none at all, and tried to create a new thumbnail, so hopefully you guys like that. It's a bit better than the basic thumbnail we did have, and like I say, all the time I'm just trying to slowly make little improvements to these videos to make them better. So thank you to the people who come back and watch every time. So here is the team to face Ajax today. It's Kepa in goal, Maatsen at left back as Grimaldo is just recovering from an injury, so he doesn't come straight into the team just yet. Bastoni, Upamecano and Colazo, because Reece James is also kind of coming back from an injury, and he's not fully match sharp yet, so we'll get him playing an under-23 game before he comes back to the first team. Camavinga, Mariba and Mount in the midfield. Kai Havertz is on the bench because he played the last match, had to kind of rotate the team, and he's also had an injury, as you can see by his sharpness. Sancho on the right, Pedro on the left, and Juan Manuel up front. Just one quick thing before we do get in the game. On most of my videos, I get like 20 views, and usually when I look at the analytics afterwards, it says like 50 to 60% of people aren't subscribed, which for a video of that many views, it's not that many. But considering that would take me from like 30 subscribers to possibly like 40, it would be really good if you have been watching consistently and you are enjoying the content, if you could show your support and hit that subscriber button. Honestly, it means the world. Whenever I see someone subscribed, it makes my day. So if you do enjoy the content, please feel free to do that. It would mean a hell of a lot, but yeah, let's get into the game, and I hope you enjoy, guys, and I hope we can get a decent win here. And we are off in this Ajax match instantly with a chance from the corner. It's Upamecano hitting the post. Mason Mount again with a brilliant delivery. He is currently our captain because Reece James and Tomori are out of the team. And Mason Mount has been brilliant for us this season. I think he's already had like one of his best seasons in terms of scoring. And if he keeps this up, he'll be hitting like 15, 20 goals a season, which I don't expect him to. I don't expect him to keep his scoring up, but he's done really well. Same with the two new players, Mariba and... Is it Mariba? I think his name is. And Juan Manuel. I was just about to mention him. Yeah, he's scored 4 goals now. He's performing really well, and he doesn't just get goals, he's getting assists too. He's just a really good finisher in and around the box, plus he can bring other players into play. We'll see him. Mount did a little 360 spin there and then played it to Juan Manuel, who finished really well, and we get the early goal against Ajax here to put ourselves 1-0 in front and hopefully bring Ajax out a bit more to attackers, which means we can then play our game better and hopefully now will be a comfortable win. But yeah, like I said, Mariba's also been really good. I think he's got just as many goals, 4 maybe. Juan Manuel going forward here. We'll come back to that in a second, and he does really well and hits it wide of the post. He is left-footed, Juan Manuel, so that probably was the kind of side he'd be looking for a shot on, but it doesn't come off from there. But yeah, Mariba, I would never have thought I'd be able to just like not play Kai Havertz and not feel the difference, but when I bring Mariba in, I actually feel like he's better than Kai Havertz. So it's a tough decision each game about who I'm going to pick, but Mariba and Havertz both perform really well, and we're about to hit half-time here already, as in the other game in our group, Bayer Leverkusen, who we've already beaten, go ahead against Besiktas. They do have a 36-year-old Thomas Muller in their team, Bayer Leverkusen, who scored against us from a header from a free kick in the first Champions League game we played. And yeah, just a little interesting fact about that Leverkusen team. But yeah, we should be really, if we can get another goal, we'll cruise this game. And this match is going so fast that this video will only be about 5 minutes at this rate. But we're dominating. Ajax aren't doing much. We aren't doing much of our chances either. We probably need to be a bit better. Speaking of the devil, Thomas Muller's just scored for Bayer Leverkusen there. Let's get some subs on, shall we? Bring on Havertz with Camavinga, who's not having the best of games. We'll get Hudson-Odoi on because why not? And who else can we give a game to here? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Gravenberch on for Mason Mount just so that he doesn't get sent off. I think he'd be fine, but just in case, we're going to do it anyway. And the game ticks on now. We're in the 65th minute. Nothing's happening at all. We basically saw the goal and then one shot that went wide. And yeah, it looks like it's going to just tick on and finish pretty soon. 10 minutes to go now. Nothing's really happening in this Ajax match. I might show the game after this, which is Man City away. Maybe we'll do a double video. We'll see how quickly this match goes. But there's one more chance. It's Sancho from a corner. And it's headed in by Deo Upamecano. It's a good ball from Sancho, and Upamecano finished it nice and easily. There was no one really marking him now. We'll see it here. Sancho taking corners because Mason Mount is off. Upamecano rose pretty nicely, finished that off for his second goal of the season, and it's going to be a nice, comfortable 2-0 win. And Ajax didn't really show much in this game, considering they were at home. Nothing like the team that Chelsea played in real life, full of all them like top players, which we have still one of them in Hakim Ziyech. But we do have another corner here. Jadon Sancho crosses it in. Finds one man well, but it's cleared as far as Hudson-Odoi. What can Hudson-Odoi do? He goes past one, goes for the shot, and the Ajax keeper saves it pretty easily. And that is probably going to be that for the game now. There's 30 seconds left. I can't see there being anything else. As Ajax go forward on the right-hand side, Hudson-Odoi tackles, it's out for a throw-in, and that'll be the whistle blown pretty much by the time they restart. Yeah, 5 seconds to go when he throws it. And here will be the whistle. 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Yes, keep the clean sheet. Yes, we have. So Juan Calazo picks up the man of the match. We've done this so easily in this game that we didn't even break a sweat really. Easy win for everyone here. Seeing as that match finished so quickly and it'll be super short without it, I just thought I'd show you a few extra things that I never really go into the details of. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the development centre to show you like any of the regen prospects we've got going on in our youth teams. So I know quite a lot of people who are into Chelsea are interested in the academy. So in terms of players that we're looking at are going to come through at some point, we've got Andrin, who is around the first team. We've got David Bastian, who we sent out on loan to Stuttgart, and he's doing really well there, developing nicely, and will hopefully be our first team goalkeeper one day. We've got Nelson Medina, who we signed from some kind of Chilean club, I think. I hope they're Chilean. Yes, Colo Colo. Not a drink, they're a football team. He's been out on loan. He's currently in the Ligue 1, I think, for Nantes. Yes, he is. And they're apparently doing pretty well, and he's doing pretty well too over there. Jonathan O'Connor was a guy we got on free who is part of our youth academy now, and he's playing again in Ligue 1 in midfield for Angers, and Angers are doing okay, and he's apparently their key player, so that's good to see. They're in 6th place, and he's their key player. There's nothing wrong with that. Zeballos is someone who, when I sell Christian Pulisic, at some point I'm sure I will, and I'll need another winger. He's the guy who I'm going to bring through. He's already a 3.5-star winger on loan at Lazio. Valued at £40 million already at the age of 21. He's a brilliant player. We brought him in like the first season, I think, and he didn't really feature too much. You can see we paid £7 million for him, played him 6 times, never really gave him too much for. We loaned him out to Basel, and he did really well there. Then to whoever this is, Maccabi Haifa, and he did really well there in Israel. And now he's at Lazio, played 6 games, scored 3 goals, getting a good average match rating in a very good league. Under Pep Guardiola, I think, yeah, in the Serie A. So he's developing really nicely and someone for the future. Kim Booster we've talked about before. So these are all players that I've bought and that didn't really get generated in the academy, but someone who did is this Anthony John guy who could go on and be a 4.5-star striker. He's on loan at Fleetwood and doing really well. He hasn't got very good finishing, but he seems like a good technical player other than that. He's one we're looking out for. But the crowning gem in our regens that we've made from our academy is this guy, Tommy Stroud, who I'm just going to say is going to be the next John Terry. He's on loan at Reading in the Championship. He's got the potential to be a 5-star centre-back. Yes, he has. He's a very good player for our youth teams, and then he's been loaned out to Reading for the last few years, I think. Yeah, so he went to MK Dons, did okay, went to Reading, did pretty well, and now he's doing even better. And he looks like the kind of guy that in a few years he's going to be one of our centre-backs, I think, just purely because he's developed by the club too. He's a really nice player, just a solid, old-timey defender, left-footed too, a ball-playing defender, so he really fits into our team well. He's physical, he's not the tallest, but he's got all the other stats that he needs. He's determined, and he's one of the only ones that we've brought through the academy who looks like he could genuinely make an impact on the team. So yeah, that was just something I thought I'd show because I don't usually show you guys it, and I know some of you will be interested, some of you won't. And before you go, I'll also just show you 2 other quick transfers that we have arranged. This guy for £600,000 from some team called Cristal, I don't know where that is. But he looks like a decent player. Again, to go in the academy, he's Peruvian. But we did also spend £37.5 million on this guy, Antonio Cruz, from Sporting Lisbon. He's one of their key players. He joins at the end of next season. You can see he's already a 3-star midfielder, potential to be 4.5 or 5, 4.5-star minimums. So he looks like a very good player with already great stats. He's a wonder kid, can use either foot, and he is someone who's going to be an integral part of our midfield going forward. He'll be joining at the start of next season, so he'll be someone you'll see around then, if the videos are still going by then. Like I have mentioned before, if we do really well in this save, like consistently, and that will be maybe in this season winning the Premier League and Champions League. If that does happen, then there might be a change up to the kind of content on this channel. It might not be a Chelsea save, it might be something else. Maybe Chelsea will become like a season review, but we don't need to get too much into that until it happens. But that will be the end of today's video, so I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to hit the like button. Like I said before, if you could subscribe, that would be really, really helpful to me. And if you want to comment down below to let me know your thoughts, if you think of something that I can improve the videos with, or you just want to tell me something about your Football Manager save, or something you find interesting in this save in general, anything like that. It's always really nice to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.